still not television.
Yeah, no.
Special News Report 1053 Common Era. The Islamic culture has spread to many places in the world. It grows by the day and gains strength from its numbers. And the numbers show 960 years ago today, as their army, the Ottomans, have attacked Constantinople and taken control. 960 years ago today was the fall of Constantinople.
Now, some people wonder why the Ottomans wanted to take control of Constantinople. We believe that the Ottomans wanted to take control because it was one of the most powerful cities. Constantinople was one of the most powerful cities in our era because of the fact that it was on the biggest trade routes and one of the most defendable cities.
This story has come up after we found some tweets and statuses from the leaders of the Roman Empire and the Ottomans. These are what they said. I think that the Romans had great strategy and defense, but they had spread their people too far and too thin too quickly, which lost them thousands of men in the great city, Constantinople.
Much like how the Nazis spread their army too far into Russia, spreading themselves too thin, thus losing so many men they were defenseless against the Allies.
Exactly. The Romans were also much outnumbered. Although they were strong, they had still fallen to the great Ottoman Empire. Islamic people have such a different style of clothing in the Middle East. The women have to wear burqas like these. This is an example of a black burqa. Not all burqas are black. They come in a variety of colors and materials.
The burqa is used to shield from the blistering heat and the nasty sandstorms. Most of the Islamic and Muslim women wear these to this day.
We think that women have to wear these veils because Allah specifically addressed them when He asked them not to show off their adornment, except that which is apparent, and to draw their veils over their bodies. This is a passage from the Quran, in which it refers to the hijab, a lifestyle of modesty between a woman and man who are not close relatives, the point of which is to provide moral boundaries.
That's right, John. Now let's talk about how the Ottomans and Muslims preserve their culture. The Islamic culture preserves itself by having one God and one God that has no race. Therefore, there is no room for disbelief or racist comments towards their God. Still to this day, Islamic people believe in Allah, the God of no race.
Islamic people wrote the Quran in order to give everyone the original message. They also provided spiritual and social guidance for those who are willing to live under Allah.
The Islam people had to adapt to their surroundings, so they had to change their clothing. Thus, when they went into the desert, they had to wear thick but thin enough clothes that when the wind blew, the sand would not tear off their skin, right off their bodies. The Ottomans adapted to warfare by having more advanced weaponry, such as the recurve bow, which could be shot from horseback, and the cannons, which acted as artillery to shell from a distance. Now, much like today, the army with the biggest advantage in weaponry is 9 times out of 10 going to win the war.
The Muslims had a type of government called the civil service. The civil service is a type of government that trains a person to do part in society as well as you really can. Unfortunately, they have to be male in order to become part of this power.
Now, if you ask me, I think that's a way better and way smarter way. Then the Americans use their government today by electing the person whether they're good at their job or not.
I like the Muslim government system, although it does not matter in America if you're a male or female in Congress.
Thank you and goodbye.